Michael.
Tim.
You do the scoring.
Huh?
You do the scoring.
I can. Have you got the sheet? I need to link off the sheet. And pass the pin.
Just a glass of water. You want a bottle? Bottle.
Yep.
Good afternoon, everybody. Got Brent Hampton here on the mic with Jack Phillips. How you going, Jack?
Good, mate. Good, mate. What about yourself?
Oh, yeah, can't complain, mate. You're doing worse things.
Yep.
So, into round 3 of Big Guns. Round 4, is it? Round 4 of Big Guns. And this has got the winner side matches happening at the moment. A few crackers on. So we've got Sage and Dixon first up. What do you reckon? Jackie boy, you got a tip early? Someone you like?
I haven't seen much of Tem play, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Justin's pretty steady most of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Justin,
Yeah.
just based on that alone.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Only because I know what he can do, and yeah,
It's true. No,
deep in the tournament he seems to fire up. The deeper he goes, the better he gets.
he does. He seems to just get better as he plays.
Sort of makes me
better
sick
opponents.
a little bit.
It is. Give someone else a go, would you, Sage?
Yeah. That's a good shot, though. It's a good starter.
So a race for 11, still obviously. With some other really good matches on these 4 sort of main tables. We've got Sawan taking on Scary. I think Bron Kelly versus Noonan.
That'll be a good one.
And Jake McCartney versus Ben Judge. So a few good ones, but on our main table we'll be talking to Sage and Temujin. So.
Who's you tipping for the other ones, mate? I've got probably got Scary, Noonan, and Jake for me.
Sounds pretty good to
That's
me.
pretty
I mean,
much,
if you wanted a value bet, you could probably get on Ron and Sawan, but I think you're pretty safe. I'd probably have to tend to agree. So we've got Sagey on the. Oh, sorry, we've got Brent Reed score up there, but we've got Sage on the Reds in this first frame. Looks a little bit tied up there earlier. I think Tem just trying to play a little snooker.
I find it hard to see the value in those sorts of snookers sometimes. I mean, he's leaving. He hasn't really improved the position of his ball. He hasn't got the snooker, and he's leaving Sage an option here. He can do something with. Probably play his red closest, tied up to the yellows, and sneak in under the 2 over the hole that he's got.
Yeah,
There it
he's
is.
played that shot. Probably wanted
So
it.
he's sort of. I mean,
little bit
Tem's really
further.
only got himself to blame for that because he's, didn't put too much thought into the first shot that he just played.
I'd have to agree. And even if he does snooker him, it's an easy
It's
one
an
off
easy
the bottom
as,
cushion.
yeah. It's almost
he's in
no
a similar
value,
position. So
Sometimes it's not worth.
he's just
snookering
played a
at
really
all.
good recovery shot there, though. He probably wanted a little bit more into the bucket, but he'll take that from where he was. It looked like he was too far to do that double, but played it well. So, what do you reckon, Sage? You're going to play?
I think he's
We're
going
gonna
to
play-
double under as well, leave the white at the top. Just try and get something underneath that yellow or close to it so he's got the shot next one.
I think he had enough to cut it. Just left the white well.
It's not a bad shot.
So tell me, you're looking to play that yellow above the black over to this bottom left corner, you think?
Yeah, I
Just put it
think
up, put it over it?
so.
Or are you going to have a...
I'm in
have
or
a stab?
over if the yellow on top goes.
Yeah, he's just played to cover it.
Yeah, it's so hard to cover for over that distance.
So I'm not sure if... I think Seiji might be just a little bit awkward on all of his balls. I don't know if he can...
Get 20.
Yeah, hit any in the way you want. You can almost hit a few of them, but not quite.
What do you think? Up and down the table for the red over the pocket.
Yeah,
You might, if you're good enough, you
If he
might cover the bag.
he's got plenty of room for error. If anything, he'd be a little bit stiff if he potted it. Would be the only bad result.
Unless he can see it straight past that bag, which he might be able to.
Yeah,
He seems to
enough
be
to
looking
able
at it,
to.
and so
Maybe Kush first.
yeah, a bit of
Yeah.
swerve.
Oh, he had plenty.
Yeah, it's left it open though. So
Yeah.
still,
So Tim can get in amongst his yellows here. I think he might
So-
try and take a bit more control of this bottom right pocket though, personally, but I could be wrong.
mate, I'm with you on that. That's what I'd be doing, but he seems to know a bit more about the game than us, I dare
Well,
say.
That's why he's out there at the moment.
That's it. That's why we're in the loser's side,
That's
mate.
why we're commentating, buddy. I don't know. Is he? I don't think he's taking control of that pocket there.
No.
Sage, you can just jam those out.
Jam
so
it, yeah.
but he hasn't left him too much in ways of other options, so I suppose it's all right. It's obviously pretty critical down this bottom right corner though. Sajich's got to try and get his way in there and try and get control of that bottom right corner.
And he's on the back foot.
And he's got an opportunity to do that. I personally probably try and, as I said, Temujin, try and make sure you got that pocket and either make Sajich pot it, but whoever can get control of that bottom right corner early will be in a good spot.
Well, I'm leaning towards Tem's already got control, hence why Justin hasn't done much down there. So he's just going to force him.
Yeah.
Force him to pot the balls.
Said if you're good enough.
Well, he didn't have a great deal of other options, but I can't see him winning the frame for it either.
And you still leave that bottom left pocket open
he's still
for a
got
pot.
the pocket,
so I don't really know what value he had there, but he's just sort of saying, "Oh, here's two if you're good enough," or maybe trying to tempt him into having a dip at it.
Yeah, I think he will.
Still a little
Play
bit
this
of
bottom one with, not too hard, but if you can catch the yellow above the reds,
so I think
push it over and nudge the one on top of.
If there any way you can play to get on that, of the four yellows that are in the centre of the table, if you think of it as the bottom yellow, is there any way you can play to get on that to the bottom left corner and try and get in amongst those yellows that way?
I can't tell on the screen, mate. For me,
I think that's the shot.
For me, I think he's going to almost just play for a little bit of a result at the moment. He doesn't have to, obviously. I mean, he could block that bottom pocket up, or he could, unless he can pot the top yellow, the one above the reds first. If he can see
center.
that one to the centre, that wouldn't be a bad shot. If he could pot that one, that'd give him an option to take the yellow. How do you describe where that is on the table?
This one?
Second up.
And now the most furthest yellow.
Yeah.
So I think he's played similar to my shot to get into that little cluster. Well, not cluster, but develop a few of the balls with his shot. So
could have played that a bit better.
And he's now in potentially a bit of trouble now.
It was a strange. He took his time really well there. Tried to work out what he wanted to do. Took his time and then got where he wanted to be. Played the first shot really well to be there, and then sort of rushed it. So sort of got down on that.
I think he landed a little bit low on the shot as well, so he couldn't seal, but made it a little bit trickier, those sort of type shots to half a pocket. But yeah, I mean, there's still potentially out there if you can put this one in and get on the bottom left yellow to the bottom left corner and get under those other two, but he's still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. So get that bottom bag again, just block up.
Nice. Containing shot there. Interesting. I think Sajich's just trying to play one of these.
Just kill the yellow in the open here. Play the red onto it.
I personally think he might play one of these and try and leave him snookered. One of these reds on the right.
I don't think he can snooker him because the bottom is going to be left on the bottom yellow unless he can play the outside, like the furthest to the rail. And get behind the ball that he plays
and kiss back onto it.
Yeah.
I think that's a shot, but that's the red. That farmost red is the one covering the yellow to the bottom right. So you don't want to move it too much. And that's a pretty good shot. So Sajich now, a little bit of control. I think he could come just off the right rail and nudge into that yellow over the bottom left pretty easily.
Yeah, I think so. That's a good shot.
And he covers that other red on the left rail. Oh, he doesn't want it in. Oh, it's a bit crook. So he's got a little bit stiff there and he's in a bit of trouble now.
Has he got a shot here or is he snookered?
Nah, I don't think you can see it, can he? Nah, I think surely he's snookered.
I think he is.
Killing the black? No, I don't know what he's... He must have called total, did he?
Must have.
I don't know if that's the case.
It's not bad.
If he's
Justin
left that,
could probably go game here actually. If he gets his ball,
if he's left that
down
left
the rail,
red,
yeah. Yeah, he's got the ball down the rail here. If he knocks that in, and it's a fairly safe shot to go for as well because the yellow's still tied up above the reds.
Yeah, so that's
It's not leaving an angle to get it out, not initially anyway. So
and he's got options.
just go for this sort of dead weight, land on your bottom red after it.
Ooh, it stayed out.
I don't think you needed to play it that hard.
And even if he potted it from there, he might be a little bit
Well, it would
ordinary.
have worked out all right. He would have been able to take the.
I don't think he was from where we sit. I can see on the table. I don't think he could pot it. I think he might have been lucky. Yeah, he was snookered behind his own ball. It doesn't look as clear on the screen, but so
It's deceiving.
Thames at the table and got a chance. Is there any possibility he can't play his yellow off Sage's red? So this dead yellow, the bottom right yellow.
I
don't
can't
think
see
he
it
can
from
squeeze
here.
Squeeze it off the two reds.
Maybe.
No way.
I think he's played for the angle here to sort of bump into it maybe.
Looking for a bit of love. You reckon?
Bit of love. He's going to have to play for a result. But
So just while he's looking at this shot, we've got a couple other matches on at the moment. We've got Nick Howie and Steve Woods.
it'll be a good one. Howie's got Woodsy here, I'm pretty sure, in the past.
Yeah, I think was it last Big Guns? I don't know if it was last year or the year before. He actually knocked Woodsy off. You're right. So
Be a good match. I
and
was just watching Woodsy warm up on the snooker table though, and I think he knocked in 5 blues off the dot.
that's his favourite shot.
Long
that
blues,
one.
mate. Did not miss.
Yeah, he likes those long shots. And you got the current world number 1, or the world champion, Mick Hill, taking on his namesake Brad Hill, who's knocked off a couple big names so far.
The relative, mate. We'll call him the cousin.
Yeah,
The cousin.
the family affair. So Thames played. Oh, that's huge. Nearly
Not a
played a
bad-
huge shot.
Yeah, not a bad attempt.
It was a great idea. He just off the
It's
execution.
2 inches harder.
Maybe if he doesn't kiss that red, he might have
Yeah, it wouldn't
came
have slowed
out.
down so much, yeah.
He's gotten a bit rough there. It was a good effort, but good efforts don't win you pool games, unfortunately. if
the truth.
good efforts won it, I'd still be out there, I reckon.
Not a lot of people would lose, mate.
No, that's it. So he's in a bit of trouble now.
So who got you for the tournament?
Mate, so I played Ryan Craig, I believe his name is, on the winner's side. Beat me 11-7. He just played better than I did.
Yeah.
It was a long match, but too many unforced errors for myself. And on the loser side, I've actually been knocked out this morning to Enrico Di Giorgio, who I believe is Gus's dad. I got done 8-6 there. And, credit to him. Just outplayed me
It's not
today.
your,
so
not your tournament, mate.
wasn't to be this year, mate, unfortunately.
Not a bad shot.
So Thames played a intentional foul there, and pretty good one. But yeah, what about yourself, mate? Are you still churning along?
I'm still moving, yeah. Still going. I'm in the loser's side, but still hitting the ball okay and feeling good. So
You had a close one on the winner side, didn't you? You had a
yeah, I got knocked out by Kale Barrett on the winner's side. Got me 11-10. So he played a good match, though. Credit to the guy.
stuff. Well, good effort, mate.
It's a
No
good shot.
Yeah, he's
Freed it
pretty
all up.
good. He's open. Just that little baby kiss on the yellow there.
Yeah, I
just
think-
made it nice.
I think he might want to move that yellow a little bit more. I can see him just wanting to just get it out of the way and have the 3 balls clear.
And he's got that shot there now
Yeah.
as well. He can if he
Yeah,
likes.
just screw up. Even if he nudges his red and moves it away
Yeah.
from the yellow, like underneath.
No, that's a nice
You
shot.
can see it, so that's good.
That's a nice shot. So, what's the idea here? What's his last ball, do you reckon? The
ball
above
into
the black?
Yeah, ball to the centre.
Yeah. And he's playing this bottom right ball now.
Yeah, bottom right, left, come up above for the black, for the red above the black, and depending how he lands there, either screw down underneath it for the black into the centre, or if he lands nice and straight, he might just come off the rail, the black in the corner.
So I think he wants to be relatively straight on this bottom ball so he can just screw straight back.
I think he needs a little bit of angle to get above. I think he's going to play over it.
So he's going to play this red to this bottom right corner, the last red above the black, do you think?
He might do.
The way he's
I would have
played that.
played it to the centre myself, but there's probably more room for error playing it to the corner.
Yeah.
It's just going to make. If he's going to do that, he needs to make sure he's going to miss that black ball, because he's probably going to. If you play that way, you're screwing up the table. So
Yeah, that's the shot, and he's overcooked it.
otherwise,
I still thought the shot would have been to just land dead straight on that red that he just played
And
and
come
screwed
in
straight
behind
back
it,
and
yeah.
play sort of where the yellow is, and you got the red
Yeah.
straight to the left bucket. But
I think he'll knock this in still though.
Yeah, he
first
should be right.
first frame.
nah, too easy.
He landed
Doesn't
it. He
matter.
was there on purpose, mate.
It was
He
deliberate.
makes us look silly.
Yeah, it happens a fair bit up here when you get to these stages and watch a few of these guys playing. I think ooh,
Up its feet.
yeah, it did.
Yep.
Get underway. But yeah, I mean, I've commentated a couple of Rusty's matches before, and I've
I
dead
don't
set,
even bother talking
I've
when
dead
Rusty
set got
plays.
more of a chance of calling the numbers in a raffle because I've just got no idea what the bloke's
What he's thinking.
what he's going for.
Sometimes
half the
I get the feeling he doesn't know what he's thinking either.
time. So Sage off to a good start. That's what you always want. Get that first one on the board early. It looks like
Ben's just knocked the black in. Can't see the score, but he's just knocked the black in. So
it looks like it's 1-1 between Sawan and Michael Skerry, and it would be good. So Sagey broke. He's got a couple of yellows. Pretty nice break there. What do you reckon, Reds?
I don't see why he
Gotta
wouldn't
go the
take him.
Reds.
Yeah, he's only got one ball
It's
tied up a little bit, but yeah, he's got balls linking up to it that he can get it out with quite
Mm.
easily. So
He should probably go game here, I'd
might get
imagine.
it. Yeah, it's a good shot to take these, get rid of these ones in the centre. And
Yeah. Figure out how you just got to get a little
Yeah.
bump on that.
I think you want
Pairing.
to. Yeah, you think you want to bump it up, not down. So you want to come from underneath it. For me, anyway, that's what I'd be wanting to play for. I don't want to push it closer to my other reds because it's just going to cramp it up a bit.
I think he's got a shot, once he clears these two higher reds, he's got a shot to just play a plant of his red next to the black over to the bottom left corner, and then leave yourself sort of where that red is.
Well, it
and
goes.
play that red.
It goes into the centre pocket
does
as well
too. Yeah,
after he's
that's
cleared
true.
that ball.
That's
Like
true.
that last red that he's potted, so we might even just play for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Leave it
So
to last and
he's got a couple
roll
options.
up for the black, yeah.
See where he lands and what he wants to play. I mean, sometimes these things can just be a personal preference, like
Yeah.
a shot you'd rather play, and
Whatever you practice the most, I
that's
guess.
it. That's it.
If you practice.
If you practice, like some
How many
of us.
stories do you get at big guns? Oh, I don't practice.
That's it, mate. I think we've both said that to each other. It looks like it's 1-1 between Jake McCartney and Ben Judge as well. Just looking at the little scoreboards next to each table. So, is there a chance that he's going to play into it now, you reckon? Is he going to screw? He's going to play his plant and just screw into it?
Can he screw into it? I can't see that. Maybe
no,
maybe a
he's
bit of
not.
side off the bottom rail.
Oh, yeah, there you go, your shot. Ooh. Your shot.
It was a good shot. He's just going to go through the motions here to pot these. Nothing really hard about it. You just got to make sure you land in under and over in the right spots.
Is he getting on the high one now? Come out?
No, he'll come out for that one.
And
He
then-
needs the angle here. Probably come up in between the black and the red.
I'm thinking he's just
Or he
going to play
might.
it
Do you
to
reckon
the
he'll roll
centre.
through? Go to the centre?
Yeah. Just roll on a little bit.
I think he's going to come out.
I don't know, he had plenty. Yeah, good call.
That's the percentage. If you sometimes when you're under the pump, those not that he's under the pump yet. I mean, it's the start of the race, but the centre pockets look tight under pressure, regardless. I think of how big they are. There's always you see too much jaw.
Yeah, I mean, that shot was fine. That was perfect. It's just sometimes it's hard to see
Yeah.
from here as well. It's sort of angled out. I thought he was just didn't have that angle at all, but played a great shot. Made it a bit too easy.
All in all, though, the frame's over. He's 2-0 up, so
He's rolling.
it's not the kind of player you want to let get ahead. Actually, I've played him a couple of times only for cash, and like once the first time I played him, it was at Western Nationals, and I actually went up. I was 6-2 up or something, and he just chugged away, and eventually ended up, relinquishing the lead to him. He beat me 11-9, I think. Played well to come back, but once he got the lead was when he started firing.
Yeah,
it wasn't when he was behind. Like when he was behind, he just kept grinding me out. Just waited his turn, waited. Was really patient, and then once he got the lead, he opened up a little bit and really put the pressure on. Seems to do it quite well. He's a good front runner.
I mean, yeah, he's been playing for a few years now, obviously, and as everyone knows, he had that huge feat that year where he won like 3 or 4 Australian
Major
titles in the 1 year. Remember that when he was a young fella? I think he won the
That's probably
was it
before
12s,
my time,
15s,
mate.
18s or something like that, or he won 15s, 18s and open singles 1 year.
I've got
Something
nothing.
like that. And obviously in more recent years, he's just winning everything.
How do you reckon he's going to go here? If he gets over 10,
I mean, if you had to pick someone apart from Mick Hill, if say Mick Hill's in here, or even with Mick Hill here, he's probably
I'm
maybe
going to put him up there.
with Jakey as the most sensible next option, maybe with Benny or Jake. And I see him being there towards the really latter end of this competition. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see a Ben, probably a Ben Mick final for me.
Benny Noonan. I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly which side of the draw run sits on at the moment. It starts to get really interesting from here.
Yeah, but even if you go to the loser's side and get yourself back into the final, doesn't matter which side of the draw you're on, you can still play the same person. But I think a Mick Ben final, Ben with the 2 chances.
I think once they get to the last 4, they actually relinquish their double chance now this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so once you get to your final 4 players, that's it.
You're knocked
Straight
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can be the 2 winners. It's a little bit rough on them, but that's just the rules for this year, and
Yeah. Okay.
everyone comes in knowing that. So
Does it go back to double elimination in the final then?
no, I'm
So
pretty.
just
I'm pretty
even if
sure.
you come through the
yeah.
winner, so even if you come through the loser's side,
Yep.
no, you don't have to win twice.
The only benefit on being on the winner side is until the last 4, really. Because
Wow.
you've still got a life, so I'm fairly sure that's what's happening. But I mean, in terms of like potential matchups over the next few rounds, I'm not exactly sure where everyone sits, but you got some games like Ron Kelly and Ben Noonan, and now they start to get really, really good, don't they? If you follow
The
the game.
matchups are only going to get better,
That's it.
especially like after this round.
So I think we've got
This one will sort out. I mean, all the guys playing in this round are all fairly similar level, but this will sort out who's playing bad and who's playing good.
That's right.
And the guys that are all playing good will have to play each other pretty much.
Yeah, in the race to 11, it's just good because you're going to get the better player coming through. So this is where it really starts to get interesting.
I don't like that shot there from Justin. He probably could have just knocked his ball out, left the red on the rail. He could have had a ball in the open for the same value there.
Maybe a little bit careless.
Yeah, it's just a nothing,
Yeah.
sort of just a nothing shot. So you got the same option here again. You could probably do the same thing. If that red's there and dead, I'd be getting my face cut, my yellow out, put the white down on this bottom rail. And
He's asking if the red's frozen. So he's just trying to tie him up for some reason.
maybe, is it open table?
They must be trying to fight for the yellows. Yeah. Otherwise that's a foul because they both just played onto that yellow.
Yeah.
So
Open table.
they both want the yellows, obviously. Strange there, just having a bit of fun, the lads. Double.
Take the reds. I'm taking the reds. You
Well, you
get
can run
into
that.
the. I mean,
Yeah.
you want the first chance to get into the balls. You don't want to be.
And well,
Wait,
he's
you can
played
take
that.
control of the pocket here now.
He needed to get on that, obviously that far left
Yeah.
red to take control of this bottom left corner.
He still can take control of it though. If he can come off a rail. How bad is it?
It's a-
I think he can still get there.
Can he
Still
hit it?
get down there. I mean, he's got the red and
Oh, he's
the
looking
yellow
at it.
down there as a bit of backup. So that's a bit unlucky. Although we played it at a pace that was, if he got a kiss, it was always going to go in, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's now.
Does the red above the black go to the top right corner?
I think it does. From where we sit on the screen, it looks like it does. But is the idea now to try and get to that that yellow in the bottom left corner and get it in front of that yellow now because he doesn't have a lot of other options. So
That's his other option.
that's all right. Nothing wrong with that shot.
It's a really sensible shot. And that's why he gets such good results. I'd put him up there as one of the best percentage players in Australia.
For sure. I mean, you really got to look at was Aubrey. I think his run from memory he had. I still think it's the biggest draw you could ever get in one of those comps. I think he went ace in the Alec Evernatus in the first round.
Yep.
Grant Weekly in the second round. And then it was something like, don't quote me on the order, but it was like Rusty, Mark Robertson, James Mifsud.
Wow.
He played Scary in the semi.
Steve Tran in the final.
Steve Tran, it was a crazy, crazy card.
That's a good win.
And he just, as we were talking about before, he just kept getting better with every match. Like,
Yeah.
And he won a few Hill games, and yeah,
Give you good confidence, the Hill games, if you get up on them.
Yeah, for sure.
That red that he's played though, sorry, back to the frame.
Yeah.
He's played that like to the top corner, but something to remember on those shots, if your opponent's got, see how Tem's got the ball on the rail there, that yellow ball, he's given him a big pocket for it. And he could have played it off the top rail first if, aim for the outside jaw like up the top rather than the inside jaw on the side, so that if you do miss, you've got that line.
I think he's called a shirt foul on him here, on that red you were talking about.
Okay.
It looked close, but it didn't look like he touched it to me. So Sage has called a foul on him, and to me it didn't look like it touched. It looked close, but we've got the replay here. So Sagey has said it didn't look like to me that he touched.
We'll zoom in again.
So we're just having a look.
Is it maybe the belt?
Yeah, there's something hanging on the rail there, isn't there? Oh. Well, Sage has called it, and he's relinquished the 2 shots, so he's accepted it, and we'll continue. Bit of a turning point there, potentially.
Could be, mate. It's a big difference
Obviously
between 2-1 and 3-0.
I mean, if Sage has called that he's touched it, he's touched it, because he's not going to make that up, is he?
You wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. So
It's not a bad shot. I actually think it's probably better with both of them in. Less balls to land on, less confusion if he's got his 2 shots.
But now, so where are you putting the black? You've got to play this red now, do you?
I think the black's going in this bottom left corner.
I think
So play the ball down the rail, leave an angle on your ball up top, and just roll down onto it into that corner.
I think
So you're coming into the line of the shot that way. You're not playing across anything.
Yeah. He's looking at that. Sort of where that yellow is now.
Yeah, so that's what he's looking at. Just roll it down.
Yeah.
You don't need, just leave that nice natural angle and roll it down. You don't need to do anything special.
Just come down far enough.
Just make sure, make sure you come down far enough. That's the biggest thing here.
And yeah, he's got to make the most of that foul now, because that will really hurt Tim. Ooh,
wow.
He's overcooked it.
He's playing for the double. He says he has corners easy and go on the double.
Take that. Anyone can get straight on him.
Yeah, anyone can get straight. Let's play across the line and go for the double.
Still a big shot. He should get it, but...
Has he got 2 still?
No, I'm pretty sure he used his first one. I'm fairly sure.
Okay, well this is a big shot then, all of a sudden. I don't think it goes straight into the centre.
And he's looking at it to that left centre as well. Yeah.
No, I think he's going to have to double it for sure.
But yeah, he's got to double
Sometimes if you cue down on him, they sort of...
Oh no, it went.
Wow.
Huge. It kissed off the yellow as well. So, a big call there. Sage goes up 3-0. And
so far, it's sort of...
Tem's really
Is
got...
that going to affect Tem, you think, mentally? Like,
personally, mate, I mean, as you said, I haven't seen much of him play, and I know he came over for the Lions just a couple of years ago, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out a lot about him in this match now.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
See how he bounces back. Benny leads 3-1, and it's 2-1 between Michael Skerry and Sawan.
I might have to bow out for a quick second. I think my food's ready.
No worries, mate.
Sweet.
I'll see you on the other side.
No worries.
Alright, so just a bit of a break between Sage and Tam. He's just gone to freshen up after that one. So we've also got Rusty and is it Scott Matthews playing somewhere around the place. Not too sure what the score is there. A few good matchups starting to happen on the loser side of the draw as well. Just a few of the bigger names start to bow out of the winner's side. So back with Justin and Tim. And Justin's broke. Got a yellow. Ooh. Bit of a gotta make a choice here whether to go reds or yellows there a bit. I'm not sure what I'd prefer here. I'm thinking maybe yellows, but he can't really get a very good starter ball, so just for the simple fact that he's got a starter ball, probably the reds. It's a pretty tricky one, this one, to choose a colour.
He's already potted a yellow, so if he can take control of a pocket with the yellows.
I'll play this yellow down to the bottom left.
Play down, there's these two down the very bottom. He might just play like a little cannon there, split them up a little bit. And
he's playing it to
move him over.
Oh, that's a really good shot. And
And
those are the sort of shots that make a huge difference to the start of a frame. And someone like myself I would not have thought to probably do something like that. And just that one shot, he's developed,
opened it up,
the corner, and straight away just changed.
Still got a bit of work to do.
The whole frame.
Still got some work to do. I might actually think he might even just block up that bottom pocket now.
Yeah, I think that's the shot. Leave him tight on the push.
He was looking at getting an angle to go out.
No.
Yeah.
So he's going to play into that little pairing
I
there.
don't think he can from there, can he? I think he's too shallow on that. It's going to be too thin a cut.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. I still think the shot might have been to cover that one up. I mean, it didn't cover anything in the short term, like straight away, but it means he has to double that red, and he leaves him off the bottom cush as well, so it's a hard first shot for Tim. And he's tried to cover it. So
He's laid up now instead. I would have rather lay up the other one,
but if Temujin gets a red down in this bottom right corner, he's probably in the same sort of situation where
that's right.
So he's played a good shot there, and Tem doesn't have much to start off with, but he can play a double if he wants, do you think? Maybe the angle's not there of that red on the left rail. Is there any possibility of that going under? Bottom right, yellow, bottom right corner. Not right now. Maybe in a shot or two's time.
Yeah, the red at the bottom of the table in the centre, it goes under the yellow for sure. I think both those top reds go as well, easy.
Yeah, good shot.
Might see him loose up a bit here and just try and go game. Try and get the arm going and get some confidence. Get on the board.
That's it. Yeah, at this point you just want to get on the board.
Get on the board, yeah.
You can't afford to drop another one or two.
Instead of becoming a race to 11, it becomes a race to not be a donut.
That's it.
If you don't get that first frame and your opponent's on 5 or 6, it's really, really hard to. Your confidence is shot for a start. So
nothing worse than a bad start in a big match, eh? So he's going to have to play this one down that bottom left corner and hope he pots it now, that rail ball.
Well, I think he can play that at a pace now. I'd play it sort of dead weight. He doesn't need to do much with the white. Just get it out so we can cue it.
Yeah. It's got to go in. He hasn't played it. Oh, it's fallen in.
Ooh.
Wow. I didn't think that was in.
Yeah, because he's overcut it, he's overcooked the white as well.
He's
If he
now...
played that more to the inside of the pocket, he would have landed a lot better.
Yeah, I mean,
The
obviously he
white
was
would have
trying
slowed
to...
down a hell of a lot more.
He's just trying to fall on that red below the black spot, but he's... Yeah,
He's
as I
there,
said, he's
but he's
overcut it.
no, he's going to have to block it up now. Or he's played it really badly.
Yeah, he's maybe got a bad contact, but he's now really handed control over, hasn't he? Well, I mean, there's still a couple shots he can play out there. We'll see what Sajich does. Still a little ways to go yet in this one.
Got two options here for Sage. I think either take the top yellow and block up that top corner. I can't see him trying to go game from here. There's really no value in it at the moment because he's got the game in control, so no need to risk it.
Any possibility of an up and down double on that yellow up the top? Down to this bottom left? No point?
Well, I mean, he might play that, but I can't see once again, you got to find the value in it. I can't see the shot there. Can't see why. This is not a bad shot, just to develop his yellow. He's left nothing, so that's a good shot.
Hasn't left a pot on, so that's good. But he's attempts to play to... If he hasn't left him on that yellow...
Play in on that yellow now, the one underneath the red, and promote it to the centre of the pocket and leave 10 nothing.
Almost like a double kiss sort of a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
double kiss it so it's on.
yeah, I think he didn't want to leave him on that ball. If he doesn't leave him on that yellow in the bottom corner, it's probably not a bad shot, but that's not that great now. So the double kiss.
It's a good shot, and it's just put Tam on the back foot now, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's got to come up with something.
Yeah. And he can't play that, the red above it, because he risks Justin being able to go game because he can see the whole ball. So I'm just gonna. And Justin's obviously just going to put it in the pocket a little bit more and leave him in a similar spot to what he was.
He might try and pot it. No. You just can't sucker the guy in to pot a ball, can you?
He's just
too clever.
Very solid. So it's 2 all between Scary and Swan. Just an update. We've also got... Have you heard about this pool stat? Have you heard about it?
I have. I am from... Well, I was playing in Queensland when Poolstat came out. As a fella in Queensland who started.
There you go. All right. I've not heard of it before this comp, but so it's a new sort of bit of technology they're trying to bring into most of the comps where players are updating the scores of their matches as they go.
Yeah.
Not everyone's using it at the moment. There's
I don't know
a fair few are.
I'm pretty computer illiterate, mate.
Oh,
For me, it's just not my thing, but...
I just didn't realise what it was at the time, but since I've been here, I've learned a bit more about it.
Well,
but I think it's a really good idea.
It's been around in Queensland for a couple of years now, and they're getting associations on board left, right and centre with it.
I think it's good. I like it.
It's easier than Redbook to upload and to use. And all the bookkeepers like Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Ipswich, Brisbane League, Townsville, and I think there's a couple of Northern Territory leagues using it as well. So
I mean, as I said, I wasn't fully aware of what it was and hadn't really, as I said, I didn't pay too much attention. A lot of time went into
creating it.
I like it. It looks user friendly. It's easy to read. It's good.
Yeah.
So
Greg Dingle had something to do with it. I can't recall. Was it Greg Johncock had something as well? Yeah.
So you'll have a few live results as they happen for the guys that are updating it, or there might be someone at the table watching that will update it. But there's also some guys that haven't really got onto it yet, so there might be some nil-ors. I don't think anyone on Rusty or Scotty Matthews' table's into it. So
sometimes the last thing you want to do when you're playing, although the system is good, sometimes the last thing you want to do is be entering your score as you go, and then you've got that in the back of your mind. I mean, if you're not having a good run, or the last thing you want to be thinking about is your score because you're behind or something. It's not nice.
That idea, I think,
just to
It's more that
not think
idea.
about it, you know. The
I'd rather
idea's
have
great.
someone
Yeah.
at my table doing it than me personally.
exactly,
Like
yeah.
that idea of the player updating it is a little bit
Yeah.
foreign to me, and I'm not sure if I like it now. But
Yeah.
as I said, it's new.
I personally
Um,
don't even like writing the score down on a piece of paper. I try to leave it as much as I can as well. It's just
I
try to
forget.
put the score out of your mind. For me, I just like to concentrate on my shots and the game alone.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I forget. Next minute, I'm giving myself frames, and was it 6-1 or it's 3-all? So, not really.
Sorry,
No, just having a joke,
I
mate.
missed it. Totally missed it. I was watching.
Anyway,
I was
we'll get back
watching
to
the
this
shot.
frame. Tim's played his way back into it. He's just making
He's
it
just
hard for
smothering,
Sajich. Yeah. I guess he's got to try and draw an error or get that black into that cluster
If you
of
can
reds.
see enough of that yellow, can he cannon the yellow into the black off the rail across the table so he's got control of it?
Yeah, I mean, I
Maybe
think
it's that top right corner, or is it too risky with the centre pocket?
that's the shot, but I still think Tim's just going to hit the black down there somehow.
Yeah, but if he
straight
gives him
away.
the 2 shots, then he can play yellow onto it to get his ball
True.
free, so he can waste the shot with that.
Oh, I like your shot, this one here, but he hasn't. He's just kissed off it. So has he almost tried to block the black, do you think, so Tim can't hit
Well,
it down in there?
you don't want Tem to be able to get it in there nice and tight. That's what you
He's
don't
played
want.
that super quick, hasn't he?
I think he played it super soft.
So quick.
So this is the shot here. You'd be playing it for
We
sure.
on a lag. Yeah, so I guess that was the idea.
I'd be pushing that black up to try and get it behind that yellow that you've already got the pocket.
So I think it was
covered
maybe a
with
little bit too high risk. The shot
before,
before, as you
yeah.
said, you might
Play-
accidentally knock it into the centre or
And
who
that could be
knows.
why he's played the yellow closer to it.
Yeah,
Just
and
played
now-
it closer to the black, glanced off it, and gives himself that better option next time at the table.
And it's a far better option now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
It's
That's
a good shot.
a lot safer, and the black's hard to get down there now.
Yeah.
So he's played a good shot there. So Benny's up 4-2. Hands from on. I think Jake's up 4-2 against Ben Judge. And it's 3-2 between Scary and Swan. I'm not entirely sure who's up. So what are you doing here? If you're Justin, Jack?
Biding my time here, mate. Probably push. Probably try and draw the 2 shots so you can. You don't want to. This yellow you've got in the open, I wouldn't want to be potting it. I'd want to be keeping it sort of in the open so I can play it on the back of the reds if I need to, or to play a billiard off of it to send the white ball into the reds to pot your yellow over the pocket. But you want to get 2 shots to do that with. So I think he's got to just draw an error here from Tem to get the shot.
Sage is trying to kill these reds so he can't get in a spot where he. Risky, but you're going to risk it for the biscuit, as they say. So I think he's trying
Can
to.
he get under that yellow? If he gets a red under there and frees up, can he get under there?
I don't think, and now just that little kiss on it just there in that shot, I think it's really just nestled it in there. He might. So we could have a bit of a marathon on our hands here.
Yeah. My food might be ready again.
So that, I imagine as soon as he can, Tim's going to be trying to hit that black down in there.
Yeah, that's what Tem needs to do to win.
He's got to get
He needs
in
to
there.
play it in such a way, though, that even if he gives... I mean, he's going to give Justin the 2 shots, but he needs to leave the black so it cannot get out of there, essentially, because with Justin's ball over the pocket, he can make position quite comfortably to anywhere on the table from there.
Is there any possibility he's going to try and pot this yellow to the centre and generate an angle to bump into that? Nah, it's too risky.
That's the shot. So there's no need to be potting it. Keep it alive. Keep it. He wanted that to come down the table a bit further and get the white. So that maybe them 2 swap positions, I guess. He wanted the white up high there and the yellow closer to the pack down here so he could have the options later.
But he does. Yeah, it's a good shot. So now it's a bit harder to bump into that yellow. With where they were before, Sage always had an option to be able to like cannon into it off a ball as well, but now that red's above it made it a bit
It's
harder.
almost a bit of a checkmate.
So this will be a battle of patience now.
This reminds me a lot of the frame at 10-9 I had with Kale yesterday. Similar sort of situation, except I was on the Reds. It's a good shot. Just killed the black. Sort of can't lose from here now.
I mean, I think it's going to be a bit of pushy the black around here for a little bit now.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Well, I think Justin now could probably just pot his balls.
Oh, look at that for a shot. Oh, I just didn't want to kiss the jaw.
Just giving him the 2. Could probably pot his balls and intentionally foul again.
How's that for a shot? That was a nice shot from
It
Temujin.
was.
A bit rough to clip the jaw, but in saying that, it's good considering
do you
where
send
he
the
was.
ball down there now and smash it up a bit while he's got the 2 shots and 1 to land on? Is it worth taking the risk? I don't think it is.
The risk is he's got too many reds in there. That
Yeah.
can sort of get in the way.
Well, I don't think he can get all the reds out in one shot, so therefore I'll be potting my balls and intentionally fouling so that he hasn't got the option to foul again because he'll leave the foul snooker.
Yeah,
And then
that's
playing
true.
the black ball onto the back of the reds, quite possibly leave the foul snooker as well. It's going to be hard not to because they're all so close. And if you're playing the black onto the back of them, you can't afford to foul then. So I'm potting my balls and leaving him dead on the top rail, give him no shot to get his balls out.
It depends what he likes. He's up 3-0. He can have a dip.
Yeah, that's true.
You can go in.
Yeah,
if you can
with the 2 shots he
squeeze
can,
it
yeah.
off the cushion and leave it in a way that he doesn't do it in his first shot, but he pushes the reds out and then plays it onto it with his second shot.
Yeah.
He's got options. So I think if he can squeeze the red and the cush at the same time.
Just punch it down there.
Yeah, so...
Bit of pace, get him out.
Ooh, he didn't play it too well.
Wow.
Definitely wasn't going for that.
Second chance, he's landed straighter this time.
Nah.
He's not going to go it now, mate.
He'll have bought that plan, I think.
Yeah. Pot the balls, give him the 2 shots.
So, obviously Temujin's going to try and nestle that black in there. And for that reason, I'd be doing what you're saying. And...
Was he playing to pot that?
I don't know. He gives himself options. Maybe he wasn't.
Tem should be able to draw 2 shots out of him here.
Well,
He might have actually
he can start to
given
bounce
Tem a
reds
chance
out.
to...
He can start to get some of these reds out if
Yeah.
he wanted to, but he hasn't. Oh, he's obviously hit a cush there. I mean,
sure
he
he
could have got... I would be starting to try and maybe get a couple of those reds out if I could, but...
Push the black up. The black up there behind that pocket you've got blocked. Yep. Something to note for everyone watching at home, if you're ever pushing a black ball above or over a ball you've got over the pocket, play to the top or bottom rail. It's harder to double lengthways than they are across the table. So
Tim's just made a big shot if this falls in.
yeah.
Oh, he wants it in. That would have been a huge shot.
That was what I was saying about if he potted his yellows before, then that shot almost becomes not playable, you know, because the risk of the foul snooker. So that would be a foul snooker if he, because he's fouled, if he didn't have his ball on the table.
He doesn't play that shot, I don't think, if that's
In that
the case.
situation, yeah.
But, Sage, you have a go at this now? Is there any way you can...
Man,
is
I
that yellow
reckon-
too far past?
I reckon you can play both of them here and pot them. Even if you come off the rail and you clip the black ball, chances are you're still going to pot the yellow.
True. Or you can
Just a bit of
play
pace.
that yellow over the bucket fat just to go into him, but that's a big risk.
I think he'll go the pot. He'll jack up on it a little bit. Go the pot.
I think you're right. If you can just kiss that black even.
Yeah,
and
you don't.
just disturb that.
You probably want to hit the black rather than the reds because you're going to knock it out of there as well. Yellow in, black out with 2 shots. So
a good pace. If
in a perfect world.
If you can clip the black, and clip the red just below it. It's a perfect shot. So here we go. He played it fat. Didn't like it. Fair enough. He doesn't have to take a risk. He's the one in
That's
control of the
right,
frame, and you got to remember that, I suppose. But
So does he pot that yellow now and give the intentional foul and draw the foul snooker, or
so what I'm thinking is Temujin can still leave it in a spot where you can't foul snooker him, but in doing that, he may leave him enough angle to get the
anywhere
black out with one.
anywhere
so
that he leaves him where he can't foul snooker him, you'd think with 2 shots you can get your ball
that's
out.
the shot. So that's the shot. I think you want to pot that, but you also just didn't want to leave it in a spot where you couldn't pot it on the first visit because Tem would just pot this yellow straight away. So He's still going to do
Well,
it.
he's just going to pot it now and give him the 2 shots.
He's got a nestle in on that.
I would have potted it.
Sajich, we're getting that black out now.
Has to.
He was
Yeah.
trying to pot that. I believe he
has
was
to.
trying to pot that yellow on. It just hasn't fallen in. Sajich's got to get that black out of there.
Well, I'm still all for potting me ball intentionally fouling.
But he can... Nah, I'm trying to get the black out of there because it's starting to get really ugly. He's got to be careful he doesn't clip that red that he's being careful he doesn't knock his yellow in.
Yeah.
That's what he's being mindful of. So yeah, he's played that alright. Just because of the way the reds are sitting.
Tim's just going to push it back in there if he can. He's going to double it in there.
I don't think he can though. Oh,
And he's going to double it back over, get better on it.
he's got to nestle in. Just bump that in.
Pot your
He's
ball,
played it
give him
well.
2. You can't get his balls out. Pot the one up top, give him 2.
Now,
Pot your own ball, intentionally foul. And
now I would be. That's the shot to
you
play
can't
now.
you can't not leave your foul snooker if he you know.
He's also going to be mindful of the foul snooker with the black.
Yeah.
He's going to be careful. So
That's right.
obviously, just play the white onto this right cush, leaving the far right red, if that's what you want to call it, the one that looks like it's frozen on the right cush.
Just put the white. I'd try and get the white hard up on the top rail. Just so awkward queuing as well to make it a little bit harder to not leave a foul snooker.
And he's
Just make it awkward as possible.
mindful of the foul snooker, so he's played that,
Yeah.
and that's a good shot.
So now it's just gotta play its course.
Is there any way you
They're not-
deliberately leave a foul snooker? Like
Well, you-
Temujin's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah,
there.
well you can, but so he's left the foul snooker. Now he can just nominate whatever red he wants. The yellow's in, he's got 2 shots on the black.
So you're nominating the most left red if the way.
Well, he could
yeah,
go ball in hand and
as
still
well.
do it. So
Yeah, that's true. What am I talking about?
yeah, you
Get
could
this guy
probably
out.
you go ball in hand.
And
I'd go ball in hand and play the red on top of all of them.
I'm still liking here because you're a bit closer and you've got more control of where you're nudging the black to.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you pot the yellow.
You got to make sure you put your yellow though. If you take ball in hand though, so it's sort of on the same line that the white ball's in, except up the top of the table, and you play the top one of the reds to pot it. Your white ball's naturally going to come over and cannon the black as well.
Is this the sort of shot you got to be careful where the red that's closest to the corner doesn't fall in as well?
I don't
It'll be
think
stiff
it-
if
I don't
that
think it's
happens.
gonna fall
There's
in,
Too
yeah.
much traffic in there. I think he's playing the shot that I was mentioning just because he likes it.
Yeah, he's nominated the bottom
Yeah.
red, which I don't like.
Yeah, I don't mind it as long as you.
I don't like. He's playing rail. He's going to go rail first.
Yeah, but you still.
He's changed his
playing
mind.
it.
I think that's the right call.
You can always
He
nominate the
played-
black and just bump.
Well, he's
into it, yeah.
nominating. He's nominating the same red, but he's just going to give himself some room to play it with.
You could always nominate the black and hit the right side of it and go into him as well.
Yeah.
See, if he's going to nominate that far left yellow, red, I like it a bit better where
I
it
still
was.
think, yeah, he's called the shot that I've called earlier now.
The top
Play
one.
the top one, naturally running into the black towards the other corner with 2 shots still.
I don't want to call it, but no way that red falls in.
No.
Not at that pace.
Oh! He hasn't potted it.
Jeez.
You're kidding.
Wow.
He's just gonna. He's just
Wow.
gonna. Well, push. Just foul again.
Same,
You know.
same idea, isn't it?
He's back where he started from. Just loosened Thames balls a little bit for him. I can't believe that didn't drop.
Yeah, wow, that was the.
So maybe
we
needed
didn't
to play it a
consider
little
that
bit
at all.
fatter. Yeah.
We considered every option, but the option of not drop.
Yeah. No, it wasn't dodgy. We've got wife of the year over here. She's called a dodgy red.
So he's got one out. It's a start.
That's a start. Yeah, it's heading in the right
Can he
direction.
get another one out? Can he get that
Well-
left one out? Off the cush? I think it's a bit risky. So he's now trying to develop the the red in a way that he can hit the black back into the cluster. But
I don't think those reds can really come out of there. Maybe I'll be... can you pot that red in the middle of the table, miss the ones over the pocket and get the wobble back up, Bork?
I don't know if you can.
Maybe with a bit of left-hand side. I mean, if he doesn't pot it, it's not the end of the world still. It just means Tem can take control of the pocket with that ball, which you don't want him to do because he'll push the black over it.
I think you'll be careful if you leave the white on the right side of the table because you can play into these. Not like get them all out, but you can get a couple out and start to make a bit of a game of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this will be an interesting choice from Sage. Does he hit that red back down in there? Oh, he likes your shot.
Pot it.
Maybe just roll the white over to the reds, like right close to
Tell what he can do. Put the black ball. I know it's risky from here. Put the black ball over a pocket, because if the black ball's over a pocket, provided he's got these reds over the yellow and they can't be knocked out, then there's no way of Tem to be able to play the shot of black onto the back of the reds, like the intentional foul.
Oh, that's a great shot. Got a double kiss and.
So might be able to sandwich the black in there now.
Oh.
That would have been a good shot.
Just tried to knock that yellow in a few times and hasn't fallen on him.
So I'd run the ball along the rail, do you? Get it up under there and put the white back up top again, or do you double it? Just push it onto the back.
And just put it in there.
That's the shot. The new risky with that shot is he can. Now that ball is available to knock out the black and the red if he wants to. Probably just nudge it softly, but yeah.
So now he's going to really...
So you could almost... Right, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Pot the yellow and leave tight on the black.
It starts to get interesting now because fouling means he's leaving it.
It's not interesting, it's ridiculous.
I mean,
I'm over it.
Depending on how he leaves it, he's going to leave a foul snooker now.
Yeah.
On the black, obviously. And he's got to play it in a way that he's got to... Sage, you can only nominate one of these two, one of the top reds.
I think, yeah.
But he's going to be in a situation where the bottom two reds are going to be over that pocket.
Yeah.
So, boring, interesting, whatever you want to call it. We've got his next few shots. Should be interesting to me.
I think there he could have played to pot the yellow and leave the white frozen on the back of the black. Even if it's not quite frozen, he has to play into it. He would have had that bottom pocket covered and nowhere to go because it's so surrounded. It's no foul snooker that way because he's very close to touching the black.
So does he just play onto the top right red?
So now just give him the two eventually, and so like now, can he give him the two shots here and be frozen on the black and have nothing for the black?
This is the shot. If you can get through to it, this is the shot where you pot it, I think. He's landed sandwiched in between his reds.
I don't think it'll matter. If he's going to plough through it.
He doesn't like it.
Justin's going to be careful here because it's going to get to a stage where the black's going to be completely dead, and even with two shots, he can't get it out.
Where it is now is not good for Sage at all. Because you can't. The only way you can get it out is bouncing off the bottom rail, and you can't do that.
Tem's almost become favourite in the frame.
Pending any mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably rather be, I don't know. In this situation, it's easy to make a mistake, so until the yellow goes down, I'm probably still wanting to be Sage, but
yeah.
Yeah, I still give Temujin every chance. What a frame. We've got a mini triangle out there now. Black's in the centre, boys.
Who needs a rack?
Jesus. I don't know how. We've got a timer on this frame. Oh, God.
He's fouling again. This foul.
So trying to draw the error out of him.
Yeah.
Well,
he sort of has to. I mean, his chances are, Tem hasn't got a choice but to pot his ball now.
This is it now, right?
And
this has got to be the shot now.
Well, you'd think so.
Hit the black? Hit the black?
No, I think you leave the black where it is. Leave the foul snooker and have every option
great
gone.
Shot.
There you go.
Great shot. There you go. Now it's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, what a frame.
So which one of these balls is going to go in first if you go across table? Is this foul snooker from up top as well?
Is there?
Do they go in if you pump the black as hard as you can?
Can you nominate one of the reds over the pocket because he's on the black?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and try and pot the red. Which one's going to go in to...
I think they jam.
You reckon they're going to jam?
Is,
I reckon nominate the one on the bottom jaw for me. I'm going the one over the bottom jaw and I'm hitting the black. Yeah. The bottom jaw, and I'm hitting the black into it.
He's hitting
with
it
a bit of
hard.
pace, with a bit of pace, and that'll go in. Yeah. Hammers agreed.
So we're expecting a bit of pace on this one, and to nominate the bottom red in that little diamond there.
Hopefully we're not talking too loud to influence the shot.
Well, that's the other thing. We're really close to the tables here, so we're just going to be mindful of that. Even the other tables in front of us probably don't want to hear us. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a shot.
huge shot. Big result. No, well played.
Yep.
Good call.
Thank God it's over.
Longest frame of the tournament.
I'm gonna bow out for 2 minutes
Alright,
to eat my
so-
lunch, and I'll be back.
See you, mate. Sage goes up. 4-zip. Alright, so Sage leads 4-zip. Tam just wants to get on the board here. Just get the arm going. Bit of confidence. It was a bit rough to lose that one. He played pretty well to stay in it. Probably never had a right to be in it till that point. Played pretty well. Just a bit of brilliance from Sage. Got him that frame. So he can go game here, and he probably needs to. Just get him a bit of confidence back and maybe a bit of sigh of relief. He's probably feeling the pinch of the scoreboard a little bit now. It's played a good shot. He's still left it open, that bottom right corner. If Sajich can get onto a ball in there, but I don't know if he can. He's probably going to play the yellow directly above the white now to the centre, I think, to try and get rid of that. Or potentially that's the ball he uses to get into that corner. So he's just having a look now. I'd personally be probably taking that ball directly above the white now to get it out of there. It's probably a bit of a problem ball. So Ben Noonan leads 5-3 over Ron. Steve Woods leads 3-2 over Nick Howie. Mick Hill leads 6-0 over Brad Hill. And Mark Roberts leads Jimmy Della 5-2. Jake McCartney 6-3 up over Ben Judge. So, and we're just getting a score check on Rusty and Scott Matthews. So I'm thinking now Justin is looking to try and open up that bottom right corner, and he must be able to get in there now. So this is a money ball. Oh, just clean potted it. He's missed everything. I'm sure he would have wanted to explode that. So now Rusty leads 4-3 over Scott Matthews. For everyone listening at home, Rusty 4-3 over Scott Matthews at Woodsy leads 4-3. I think 3-2. 3-3 between Stephen Woods and Nick Howie. So now he's got to be playing that yellow off his other yellow, I imagine. It doesn't pass, does it? Maybe it glances in. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, back in that bottom right corner. A few less balls down there this time, which is a good start. At the moment, there's still plenty of time for him to do that, but Patem's played a good shot. And here we go again, potentially. Everyone at home. So potentially Sage could look to put the black down in there, but I don't think he can because Temujin can still get into that corner and hit his reds easily, so he may even try and hit the black above the reds, so it covers Temujin from being able to put him. Unless if he hits the black over and tries to nudge his top yellow and try and put it above the reds, he really doesn't want to leave Temujin any shot on those reds if he's going to give him two. So he's just sort of thinking about what he wants to do, and I think he probably doesn't need to foul here, but if he does cover the reds, he kills his yellows. But he's playing the black over now, and he's done that, and he's stopped Temujin from hitting his reds, but he can play plant quite easily, and I would imagine that's what Temujin will do. He's quite quick onto that sort of thing, and he's a pretty aggressive player, pretty attacking player, and he can do it now and leave himself other options. So he'll play this and still leave himself, at worst case, the most left red now. But I think he wants to jam off the cush and the black. You don't want to play it straight onto the black. No, he's played it a completely different way, and he's got a little bit of a rough result. He's potted one of them and he's still on the other. He's still got two. He's just going to make sure at this one now. He's a little bit tricky and maybe a little bit unlucky, but just a careful shot here. Oh, he's got a double kiss. He's got lucky. He's probably deserved a little bit of luck. He's needed that. That'll make him feel a bit better. He's played that a bit ordinary. He's still got two though, so he's alright. Should be fine. Good shot. And he gets one. So 4-1, needed that one. Need a little bit of love there. So 6-4 between Jake McCartney and Ben Judge. Jake leads, and still 5-3 between Ben Noonan and Ron Kelly, and 5-3 between Michael Skerry and Sawan Naka. So Tim got on the board, 4-1. He's got Jack back with us now. Wasn't as tactical as the last one.
That's a bonus, mate. I I thought I'd better go get some refreshments so we can enjoy the next tactical frame.
I think that's a good idea, mate. Thank you. So, I've not actually been to Bar 8 before. Jack, have you been here before?
I have, mate, but it was before Georgia owned it.
Yep.
When I was living here in Victoria.
Yep.
Probably 5 years ago now.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe would have been 5 years ago. Yeah.
So it's been here for a while then, obviously.
Yeah, it's been here for quite a while. Hasn't really changed a great deal.
I haven't been here myself, and yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, nice big area.
Nice and open.
Yeah, I like a bit
It goes
of
alright
space.
on the weekend too.
Yeah.
It used to. I mean, like I said, I've been here for a while, but it used to go pretty well.
It was pretty busy here
A
last
couple of
night.
DJs and stuff used to come in here and go alright.
It was quite busy here last night as well on Friday night. So tables are playing pretty well. There's a few that play a little bit different, but so a big break from Sajich, but he's come up dry. It's just the sort of opportunity Temujin needs to get back in. When you get back to 4-2, you can sort of forget about the 4-2 sound a lot better than 4-zip. As you said yourself, you don't want to pay too much attention to the scoreboard, but
4-2 sounds better than 5-1.
absolutely.
If he doesn't go game here though, he might just block up this pocket, leave Sage nothing. No, he's going for it.
He's going to get aggressive and get back into
I
it.
didn't see the need for that.
So he's obviously got that ball on the cush now, which sits on the balk line. It's going to be his
I think he needs
crucial
to.
ball.
Yeah, he needs to get up nice and close to that. And he needs to give himself a little bit of an angle on it because you don't want to be playing that one to the black. You don't want that to be your linking ball to the black.
You don't want to play it. Is there any possibility you play it last and just leave yourself a long black?
Just
off the
accept
cush
the
to
position, possibly.
It depends. It depends how he falls on the one above it as well. He can nudge it or in the order he takes the balls. But
Yeah. It's just going to be one of those personal.
yeah,
How do you like to play your shots?
That's
Kind of situations.
I think there is a lot of the time in pool. Not a lot of the time, but you'll find a lot of times there is a couple of ways you can play a shot. And it's important to play the shot you feel most comfortable playing.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're not comfortable, I always sort of, if you're not comfortable, it's probably not the right shot, is it?
Well, and that's the thing, like you're commentating some of these matches and we don't call the right shot, but the shots we call aren't necessarily wrong. It's just potentially a preference thing for the players to go another way. So he's played on it now. He didn't.
With the angle.
He agreed
so,
with you.
yeah.
He didn't want to leave that one last. And he's given himself a good angle. He's just got to put it in.
As you know, mate, it's just not I don't think it's a nice feeling to have to play a ball, nice
Great
and tight
shot.
down the rail, and
No, that's it. And he's played it really nicely.
You know,
He played a good shot there.
you don't want to have to do too much work with them,
Nah. Just want to have to.
especially at
Pot it.
4-1 down. You want to just be able to roll it in and give yourself the option.
Nice.
He's undercooked that quite a lot.
Or he's overcooked it. He might have potentially.
He might actually
been
be right.
looking at
He'll
it.
still play it to the same corner and just come off the
Yeah.
rail here, screw into the side rail.
Yeah, it's got to be in. Great shot. Got a little bit of kiss and you're feeling a lot better now. Quickly makes it 4-2 and it's got a break now.
Yep. His break, is it? Yeah. Well, that's potential 4-3 territory.
He'd
you
love,
know,
he'd love a clearance now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing better than those free frames. The free ones are the good ones. You don't do it,
Yeah.
Your opponent doesn't get a look in. It's just
And
pressure
little-
building every
nice
time.
little out there too, so we get confidence back now. So we've got Jake up 7-4 over Ben Judge and Scary up 6-3 over Sawan. And Benny Noonan and Ron Kelly just
4-2.
on a little bit of a break and 6-4 to Benny, I believe.
4-2.
And 4-2 here on the game between Tem and Sage. 4-2 to Sage.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got a red but left himself pretty ugly, hasn't he? Don't know if you
Yeah.
can see that yellow over the bottom right corner, but he doesn't have many options now, does he?
No. Is he going to take the reds and just come off rail and bump onto one of these at the bottom? And take the yellows and go for it?
He wants those
Go for the
yellows,
result.
doesn't he? Yeah, good pot.
It's a good pot, but it's to nowhere.
Yeah, but I think
It
is. That
with that
now
ball,
it is.
with the yellow tied up on the side rail, unless it doubles across the table, which I'd don't think it does
I
from where
almost prefer reds now too.
I would have preferred to just go, okay, well, I'll take the reds to total snooker and just come off the rail and bump one down the bottom. The white ball would be almost where it is now. It would have left pretty much nothing.
Because he's now left. You
'Cause
can develop those three reds
exactly.
there by
It's
playing
really
one
easy.
to the centre.
Yeah.
And that
They
other
link.
yellow is dead.
Even though they're dead, they link.
That's true. So he's now trying to get in the way of
He's
that.
got to fight.
He's identified that and made it
Yeah.
ugly. So that's a pretty good shot.
It is a good shot, but
It's a negative sort of shot, but he had to play it.
well, negative can work. Just look at the housing industry.
No comment.
Negative gearing, mate. Get on it. Gonna make $1.
No, mate. You gotta have money to make money.
Come on, depends.
I'll just stick to commentating pool for now.
All right. How's that going for you?
Not well. So that's an indication.
I'm struggling to call the shots at the moment. So back to housing.
How about that economy?
That's a good shot. He's
that's-
played that
that's
well.
a great shot.
It's probably one thing I've noticed over this weekend, and after doing a bit of work myself with Mick Hill last year when he came over, getting a few lessons and stuff. The way the English guys use the white ball for safety is on a different level to us Australian guys. You know, the way they see their safeties and stuff. I mean, it's a lot less aggressive than our safeties, I guess you could say, but they do it well. And they're good at finding those areas on the table you haven't got a shot from.
You know, someone else that's really good at it, and it probably speaks volumes about that style of play, that sort of shot to nothing, is Jake McCartney.
Yeah,
he's
he is,
awesome
yeah.
with his white ball. I mean, I had the chance to play him in Geelong in the comp there, and yeah, I mean, he was just playing these shots to nothing and leaving me just snooking in ways that I couldn't come off one.
Yeah.
Trying to do it off two. He does that really well. That's something I've noticed. And
So
yeah,
back to the framing quick. Thames got 2 shots. Now, this is going to sound stupid, but because you're playing pool and not snooker and you can cue through the ball, which is ridiculous, should you do that here and just, no,
if it was
never mind.
on?
I was
If it
going to
was
say,
on?
yeah, I think he could have ploughed through that and knocked them all out of that centre area and have a shot. Bit of a result, but pocket.
Oh, he's undercooked it a
Yeah.
fair bit. That's not gonna. So that's an error, and he's probably going to pay for that. The Sage is probably going to just
Well,
put his red under
Yeah.
that pocket, and he's now going to have to waste a shot to get his yellow out.
yeah.
Um,
Got to
but
make
those
sure.
are the sort of mistakes you can't afford to make against these guys.
This is
too
awkward
often.
to cover too, because he's queuing awkwardly. He's just blocked the line rather than,
Yeah. Due to that queuing, I think.
yeah.
But they're the sorts of things you can't do that too often against these guys. You can't make little
Get the blackout.
shots
Well,
like
he's
that.
blocked it for him.
He's
So
giving
now,
Sage a free
if you're
shot.
Sage, get your balls out. In the middle of that middle section there where they're all clustered up. Play one into the other and get them out while you can, while while that yellow's going nowhere.
Yeah,
It's the shot.
yeah. And again, it was an unforced error that Temujin didn't really need to make, I don't think.
No.
And it's
Well, he could have just played his ball out of there without touching the red.
And
That was what he should have done the shot before, really.
yeah, he's killed his yellows, so he's still. Sage has obviously got that red closest to the left cush, which he might be able to put down in the bottom left corner if he can get on it. But although Temujin does still have the yellow above those of the 3 on the left side to develop the 2, so it's not too bad.
I can't see the angle too well, but what about just nudging the red that's caught in between those yellows there? Just nudging it out and leaving him nothing.
Oh, this shot here, or
No.
like
Played it from where it was, but
I think he
might
plays
play
to this
into it
corner.
now. I mean, even if he leaves himself underneath the second.
I think you just want to get in under that lane, sort of get right in under it. You don't want to clip your bottom red. You just want to get
the
under
shot I
those.
was talking about before was from where he was. If he played the red on the rail and bumped the yellow across to the other side rail, leave nothing.
Ooh.
Just take control of the black. That's a good shot.
I suppose these reds are alright because you can play the plant, but I would have been tempted up. I reckon I'm trying to get that, develop my red as soon as I can, while he still had a couple of crappy ones.
Yeah, I'd get your
All right, now it's
Get
a
your
little bit
head out.
different. Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Can you play the plant here at the bottom of the table? Was two over the pocket. Play the one closest to the bottom rail. Play the plant. Come under the yellows and get your red out. Is it on?
It may. I guess the only reason I wouldn't do that is because I'm probably want to leave due to the bread on the right rail, the high right rail. And
Yeah,
the
but
fact
if
I want to
you-
play a plant.
If you play that, if you hit your top ball fat, which doesn't matter, it's
look
gone
at
up the
this.
top.
Look at this for a
A
shot.
shot. Oh, we look silly again. The thing is with playing that, right? If Thames good enough, you can land on that black where it is. It's not dead. You know.
That's true. And
Or
he's
even
played a
better,
great
he's
shot.
played
That's
out.
a huge shot.
I still like if you had have potted a ball and played to develop it, so you're still at the table. You give yourself that chance of being at the table still.
And Justin will be a bit filthy now if Thames steals this one. Because he really had no right, and he's got a great opportunity now. Developed it. That's a good shot.
It'll be the last ball
this
before
is
the
it.
black now.
This is the shot. So he's obviously got to pot this and get good posi on his balls, and he should be sweet. Oh, he's
Oh, he's overdone it.
overcooked it. Oh, and
You
he's
should still be right here. Just got to get back up, get in position again.
Are you coming
just
off
gonna
the
have
bottom
to-
cush, or are you screwing back to where he's looking
I
now?
can't really see the angle, but
It looks pretty straight to me. Maybe just
I'm
off
probably
straight.
playing off the. I'm probably playing it off the rail.
He's screwing it. Yeah, nice shot. Really good shot.
It's well controlled.
Yeah.
For me, I'm playing that off the rail there only because I find it easier to judge how far the white ball's going to travel that way.
Oh, I just missed that one. Again, it's one of those personal preference things.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that one,
That's just the bad shot.
he's can't afford to do that. Especially after he's done so well to get himself back into it.
Yeah.
He had no right to be in this frame, but now it just gets a bit ugly. So what do you reckon? Any chance of black being hit down in this corner again, or is that yellow potable in that left corner that he can't do it?
Um,
I reckon Sajich thinking dead black, or
he probably is, but he's got to find a way to do it without giving away 2 shots because you
Yep.
sort of can't do it. You can't do it if you're going to give away 2 shots here because he's going to be able to pot his balls in one and get the black out with.
what
with
about
a
if he
spare.
plays it and tries to leave the white more over here, so he leaves himself a really fine cut on that left yellow in the corner?
Maybe. I don't like it.
I don't like it because from where the white is at the moment, it looks
I
fairly
don't
easy
like
to
it
pot
at all.
that top left yellow.
If he was going to do that, he needed to do it in 2 shots time and get full coverage of the yellow that Tam's about to play, so it couldn't be potted.
Didn't pot
you're
it.
kidding. Kidding.
Didn't fall in. It's a bit rough. That's all he has to do
That
is
is
hit
a bit
it.
rough, yeah. Just get the black out now.
Gotta be careful. Can't be careless.
It's a good shot.
What a shot. So Saji's got a possibility of still getting in there with that rail red on the one on the right, but obviously he's got the red up the top, which he's going to have to probably use 2 to get out.
I'm promoting. I'll probably promote one here and block the black up with the red under it again.
So I probably want to try and get my dead red if I can. Let's nudge this bottom red above the black and then put it back in the corner, or tie the black up. Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
plenty
shot.
of room. I didn't realise how
Now
much
we
room he
can-
had.
yeah, now we can get his dead red out and go favourite.
Yeah, I didn't realise how much room he had there. I
Yeah.
didn't think he could do that. Don't want to leave it. You're just going to hit this right red up the rail into the right corner. Obviously, you don't want to let
No, I'd
Tem
be
hit another
like
one.
for me. I'm getting my. I'd be getting the one behind the yellow out. I wouldn't have played that shot myself because you can always play that one to the back of the black to pot your red, and it'll bounce. Like you can come off the rail out into the open. You still have a clear white. So I
Fair
would have
enough.
played. I would have played the red that was over the yellow to get it out in the open, so that you had that chance of an out when you get back to the table. Just
I guess now
just
this
back
is-
that you're not gonna. That Tem's not gonna go game. It's pretty tough from there.
See, I guess
He's got
he's in
the
a
same.
similar situation now.
Get it out, yeah.
But
Get
he's-
that red out.
It's a bit easier because he's up closer to it.
Yeah, I mean, he had the top rail before. He could have just played off the top rail and bumped it out to the middle.
What do you reckon of that shot from Temujin?
I don't
I
know.
know. He's just sort of hanging
Sort
in
of
there.
it's neither here or there.
Yeah.
It's sort of a nothing shot, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He's probably just going to try and put it on the back of the black now, so the black can't be potted. Hope for the best.
He plays these pretty well though. He's good at putting balls onto other balls. Like I've noticed.
Yeah.
I've watched him in a couple of comps now, and he's really good at these sorts of shots. Like even the shot where he hit the black down in here, like those style of shots, he plays quite well.
Yeah, he's really good at waiting his turn too. Like he takes it at the right opportunity.
Yeah.
So that yellow might actually go under the red there. So if that's the case, that's why he's played it that way. Which I think it might do. I reckon you can get that yellow under the red. Squeeze it.
Well, if it does, here's your chance.
Yeah.
If you just want to leave it in a way that he can't pot the red.
Yeah. I reckon.
Just looking at it now.
Yeah. Justin should have had his dead balls out 2 shots ago. So this shot wasn't a
No
issue.
way. Oh. Ooh, could be in a bit of strife here. What are you looking? Are you looking at this, the most bottom red to the bottom right? Is that the shot first, or is it too much of an angle?
Maybe
Because you
the
want to hold for the one over the left bucket, I reckon.
double first, or is he too above that? No,
No,
he's
no.
above the double, isn't he? It's not straight enough. He's going to take the one up the top, get in position. If you go in game, that's not a bad shot.
Oh yeah, good shot.
It's good.
It's all just falls on everything now. He's just going to make sure he leaves himself an angle to come
Yeah.
out for the black off that last.
We'll just get under
red.
this one slightly so
Yeah.
you can just screw across the table.
Yeah, that's fairly natural, I'd say, from here.
Yeah, but easy to over and underdo it.
That's alright.
So,
Giving himself plenty
so
of
now
angle.
he's running away from the angle of the black rather than if he, the single rail, just come off 1 instead of 2 and come into the line of the shot. That way you've got that 3 foot, 2 foot of error.
He's fine, but he's heading towards balk line instead of
Yeah.
being able to drift
Yeah.
close to the black, but it's fine. He's played it well.
Maybe I'm being too fussy.
Maybe,
Just trying to get too
yeah.
close to everything.
It won't matter now. I imagine this will be. Yeah. These sorts of calibers of players, it doesn't matter as
Yeah.
much, but say maybe one of us mugs, it
Mugs.
might
Speak
matter
for
a
yourself,
little more.
buddy.
I'll speak for myself.
Mugs.
This mug here, it probably matters a little bit more. So
Looks like one of the hills is up over there. One of them has to be.
a hilly affair over there. So
McCartney's
Scary
9-4 on Ben Judge at the moment.
starting to move on him.
Yeah.
I think so. We got Benny still up at the moment. Is it 7-4? Is it to Benny? I think it says it's 7-4 Benny, 6-4 Scary over Salam. You can see there now the 4 main tables and a few big matches happening at the same time. So mate,
Mick Hill's 10-0 up.
he's up 10-0.
Yep.
Wow,
Steve Woods 5-4 over Nick Howie at the moment.
bit of a battle there. So mate, as I said before, if you don't have Mick Hill in this competition, who would you tip?
Benny this year.
Benny?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're tipping Benny to go deep.
For me, yeah, he's been quiet. I haven't really heard much of him all weekend, and he's just getting the job done, I think. So
A good sign, you reckon?
yeah, I think so. I mean, doesn't seem to be on the piss or
He's had a few
ruckus, and he's been playing well lately.
That's right, he's had a few results.
Yeah.
And current
That-
form's good form, as they say.
That and his experience on world level, like making world semis and and whatnot, is probably more than most Aussies have done anyway.
Yep.
So you know for a fact that he can handle that pressure against guys like Mick Hill, and he can do well because he's beaten guys like that on the world stage before. So
And obviously the long race format.
exactly, he's not going to
benefits someone like that
shy
a lot
away
more.
from it as much
No.
as most, I don't think. So
Like a race
therefore,
A race of 3 or 4 or 5, he can still lose
Yeah.
those matches to someone that may be below his calibre, but in a race to 11, he's
Yeah.
probably coming out most of the
I
time.
think so.
So it's definitely probably in his favour, a couple of those things.
So I'm tipping for Benny to be the one to beat Mick, but I'm thinking Jake if anyone's going to beat Benny before he gets to Mick, Jake will get there.
Always a possibility, isn't
I think, yeah. So it's like dog eat dog. Like,
I think Jake, Benny, and Justin are sort of three guys that
can do it.
Pretty good chance of being there, but you can't rule out guys like Rusty and Scary. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Definitely
races
can't.
till 11,
Robbo, you can't rule those guys out
No.
at all. It's just
And there's always Rusty as well. He knows how to handle himself, and on the 7-foot table, he's a lot better than he is on the 6 and the 8s. So
well, if you get to
when
go
he goes
steam
to
up,
Worlds, when he goes to Worlds, the tables are just a different size, and I think that sort of cramps him up a little bit, cramps his style, mate. Too much style.
he does. He's a very stylish fella. I'll give
Did
him
you
that.
see the size of his watch this weekend? So
No,
he's
I
doing.
didn't.
He's got weights on his wrist.
You should see him play table tennis. That's why he wears it around, because he's swift with the paddle.
Swift with the paddle.
Swift with the paddle, mate.
I wonder what else the paddle's used for, mate.
No comment. No comment.
Be like, do you watch Archer by any chance?
I don't watch it all the time,
Yeah.
but just while we're talking rubbish here, sorry, Sage's probably done a nice clearance. And he goes up 6-2. Just like that. But I know, I don't watch Archer, mate. I don't actually. I've seen it a couple of times. But
Never
don't
mind.
watch.
There's a scene in there where he's using a paddle. Never mind.
Dennis.
If anyone watching has seen it, they'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to elaborate anymore. That's it.
All right, I'll have to find out for myself. So, Sawan's staying with Scary 6'5".
Yeah,
And
and Mini come back there. Scary's at the table too, though. So
I heard he played a bit of a marathon last night against Trav. Sawan. I think it was 11:8 or something, or 11:9. They were here till early hours or something. It was a 5-hour match, I think. I remember. Bit of a marathon.
It's a long match.
To be back here pretty early, and
my match was 3.5 hours, I think, yesterday, 3 or 4 hours or something with Kale.
yeah, mine was. I got done 11:7 on the winter side, and it was a 3.5-hour match, which that's a long time to be playing.
Takes it out of you.
Especially when you've been sitting around for 3 hours waiting, but that's my own fault. So Jakey goes up 10-4, just puts a black, and he's cruising 10-4 up. He's on the hill, and I can't see him losing from here.
No, but
Stranger things have happened.
yeah,
So it's 6-4 here between Sage, 6-2 between Sage and Temujin. Sage just ran a quick rack. And we got Dan in all sorts. You're talking.
you give Dan a beer and all of a sudden
He's
this
flustered.
show's over. What scores?
So Tim just starting to fly around the table. I think he can get in and develop his bottom left corner, but he's going to have to play a couple nice shots to get position.
I think he's going to play for the top red off 2 rails, come across it.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Slow down.
That'll do. That'll do.
Just wanted to be able to play him sort of in succession with stun shots, almost like a practice routine. If you can get in the right spot from there.
If he was a little bit, he probably didn't want his white as far.
No, I think he wanted to land above it, maybe an inch above, so he could just stun down, stun down, stun down.
Because now he's looking at the plant that he may have to play next,
Yeah.
which
And he
isn't
might,
ideal.
yeah, he might have to play it with a bit more distance than he would have wanted as well.
Yeah. So if he plays the pot he's got to play it to get on the plant grid to the other corner, doesn't he? And he played it pretty good. He'll take that. I think he wanted it in, but
I think Justin will just kill the black here. He'll play his yellow and nudge the black onto the rail behind his.
I think he played a bit finer. The red falls in and he's on this red a bit better, but
No, I think Justin will just play the yellow below the black.
Yep.
And nudge the black, like cannon into the black, the billiard into the black, and push it to the side rail, because he's got the bottom pocket and the centre pocket, so it's going to force a double. I know that's not
not
always
a
amazing,
shot.
but that's
I think he's got to try and cover this red here in a way. He's running away.
So he's going to go up
He's
table.
running,
He's
trying to
leaving
cover
a
it.
shot doing that though. Don't want to leave a shot.
If
If you're going to leave a shot, you want your black dead. It's a money ball. So
Temujin just going to cut this across.
yeah. Well, I don't think he will. I think he'll just sort of like face cut it. Just bring it out to the middle of the table and leave the white on that bottom rail again. Well, he's got
I
control of
reckon
that bottom pocket. He doesn't need
He's
to
the
do
kind of
anything.
guy that takes it on and tries to cannon into the yellow. No, he's played it just safe.
Yeah. Just get it up. There's no need for him to take the risk there.
That's true.
So I still think for Justin to have a chance at the frame, I still think he needs to get that black ball dead.
And you do it now for free. You've got a good plant to play, but he's choosing to run away a bit.
He's blocked the line of it to that corner, so that's not a bad shot.
So Tem's just got his red out of there before he gets into any trouble. Just get it out of there before Sage tries to start dictating terms in that pocket there. That's pretty good. So now Sage is in a situation where I think he wants to cover this red, so Tem can't pot it and go game.
Sort of doesn't have a choice now. Is he going to play a snooker first? Is he, or
Make him
force
pot
him
it.
to pot it?
Not a bad option.
Oh, he needed to get that white knuckled onto the rail there if he's going to play that, because now he can cue down. He can still cue down on it and get the white ball out.
I mean, he's still got to jack up on it and play a good shot, but I agree. I think he's flush onto the cush.
Just the record so everybody knows. Ask me Brendan Collier is. Stevens chipped him over last night.
All right. For anyone wondering where Brenton Collier is, well, he's actually Jamie Stevens has done a number on him, and he's the reason he's not here today. So just for anyone back in SA or whatever wondering where he is, you can thank Jamie Stevens for that. He's shown him how to party last night. Great shot, Tim. He played. So
Fell for the trap there.
Sage has set him up and
Fell for
drawn
the
the
trap.
error. Played a good shot.
Lowered into a false sense of security
Yeah,
there.
that's me on Saturday night with the ladies. Not really, mate.
I can imagine actually.
No. Nah, so I think it wasn't that great of a shot from Sage though, that one. Can you get that one over the middle bucket?
I can't tell from here, but it doesn't matter. I
And
mean, he's got that many
can
balls. He
always
can
lay
lay a
up.
snooker if he needs to. So
You can easily lay up.
okay, he's dollied it a little bit, but he's not by any stretch of the imagination. He's not in a bad way.
If he's on this one to the middle centre bucket, he's still fine.
Yeah.
But becomes a bit higher, he's fine. But he's
Looks
obviously
like
on
he
to
can,
this one to the
looks like
centre.
he can get to it. If
So,
he can pot this,
Well, Benny goes 9-4 up over Ron Kelly.
wow, it's a big result.
Scary leads 7-5 over Swan. Yeah, he's just done that. He's just decided I don't need to do anything
Yeah,
silly
he
here.
doesn't have to do anything stupid.
He's
Not
just
with
laid up.
with the lead that he has as well. The last thing you want to do is let him back into the match easy.
That's it.
Yeah, by a stupid mistake that doesn't need to happen. You know.
Like 7-2 compared to 6-3. I mean, they're both good, but you'd rather the 7-2 any day,
Absolutely.
right?
So while you've got that pressure on, you want to keep it there. You don't want to let that pressure off. Pretty much.
Use it to
Keep
your
your foot on the
advantage.
throat. Just keep the squeeze. You know.
Use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder out there when you're under the pump, isn't it? So Robbo 6-4 up over Jimmy Della. So Jimmy Della trying to fight back in that one. Brad Hill on a black to start the run, perhaps. He just needs to get one. He'll want
It's
at
10
least
love
one.
down, by the way.
So the first one's always the hardest they do. So.
That's what they tell you.
And he's got
He's
it.
got one. Well done.
10-1. He's on the board.
You could be filthy.
Woodsy starting to get a bit of a lead on Howie, but that one not done yet. 7-4 to Woods. Benny Noonan.
7-5 to Woods, mate.
7-5, is it?
Just cleaned one up,
right.
yeah.
So Howie's sticking with him, which I think he was down 8-5 against Alec Renatus last night and ended up getting up 11-9. So
Wow.
he's
He's a good grinder, Nick.
He is.
He's got some, he's good under the pump, and he's got, he backs himself a lot, He backs himself a lot with tactics too, so.
He's a handy player. And
just a
obviously
solid player.
He knocked Woods off last year, so he can definitely play with the best of them.
Who's this Woods guy? You say he's good.
Apparently he is. He hasn't won anything, but
Has he won any Aussie titles?
I don't think so. I think he's one of he's one of the bigger bridesmaids of Australian football, you'd have to say. And he's gone in off his snap at 7-5, so a good chance for Nick Howie here.
Yeah.
What happened in that one? Did Sage win that one?
Yeah.
So Sagey goes up 7-2.
Travis Crawley and Colby 5 each.
Looks
Looks like a good match then. Absolutely.
Robbo has just won another one to go 7-4. Not sure. We haven't had an update of Rusty and Scotty Matthews for a while. I think it was 4-3 last time we checked. You on the look? The spot.
Probably have to play soon, so.
True.
I don't even get hammered yet.
So, just as I think about the draw, mate, we can probably start to assume a couple of matches, maybe. I don't want to rule Ron Kelly out because I know what he's capable of, but you got a potentially the match between Scary and Swan's still very much on at 7-5 Scary, but if you take the leaders of the current matches, you've got next round potentially Jake v Robbo if Robbo gets up over Jimmy Della. There's still a little ways to go in that one. Justin Sage will play the winner of Rusty and Scotty Matthews. So that's a fair matchup. Mick Hill will play the winner, and Brad Hill's got another one off him, but it's actually all over now. Mick Hill's won 11-2. Steve Woods on the Kiawi, the winner of that match, will play Mick Hill.
Yep.
Ben Noonan.
I think Woodsy can do damage, I reckon, against Mick. He's got a good flow in game, and when he gets running, he can run 6 racks in a row with no bother. I've seen him do it a heap of times. So
yeah. For him, I think that's more of it's a mental thing. Like if he's just got to get in the rhythm and just not overthink
that's what I mean. If he gets in that rhythm, though, he's more than capable. And someone like him believes he can beat anyone. He knows he can. So
one of the best queuing actions in a Australian pool. Like if he can get that arm loose and do what he's capable of, every player will struggle to beat him. He's got the wood over Benny Noonan, and that's a fair thing to have to your name.
No easy task.
So Sawan's just hanging around in this match. It's scary. 7-6. No reason why he can't win it.
Benny's just gone on the hill.
Swan just hanging in there. And that's what you got to do against some of these players. Just wait for your opportunity. Just being patient. Could have a bit of a finish between Scary and Swan.
Maybe.
So the winner of Scary and Swan will play Ben Noonan if he beats Ron Kelly. But Benny on the hill at 10-4, so he's absolutely flying. Ben Judge has got another one, 10-5. There's Jakey. But get back to this one. So we've got Sajich at the table on the yellows. He's gone into it. And
it's a bit loose.
Yeah, he caught the wrong side of it and he's been punished for
Does it go under?
It may.
Is he going to take the long pot on while he's up?
Well, if it goes under, I can't imagine he'd be looking anywhere else. So it mustn't. It was probably the right shot, he just it's a bit loose on it, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's a bit loose. Didn't have to nudge it though, that's the thing. He could have played it just at a dead weight to hold. Still in the same line.
That's true.
Same line of the shot, but just a lot less room for error that way.
That does it go under? At 1 and 2.
Well, it went under.
It did go under. It did.
Too much.
So I think. Good double. Playing another one here.
I think he's too much angle there, mate. I don't think he can get the double there. He's going to double kiss.
Got an awkward face cut.
I think he'll cut it down. Is he looking at it?
It's
You know
awkward.
what? Triple with side. Yeah,
Oh, straightened up on him. Oh, is that black? He's alright. It's the pace.
that was loose as well.
He didn't have many options.
Well,
so.
he could have. I mean, he's a good enough player. He cues the ball well enough. He could have cut it down to this bottom corner and maybe got some coverage over the yellow.
The way he played that, he got a fair result with that white. Like, he just pumped that
Yeah,
and left it relatively good. I mean, Sajich's got a straight pot to that top right corner, but he could have left it anywhere. And if
Yeah,
it's
it could have been
anywhere
a lot
else,
worse,
it's probably
yeah.
frame. Like,
yeah, that's true.
so, and now he's sort of in a situation where
Justin to have a crack here.
he can't. If he misses, he's still got a good opportunity to get in and win the frame. So he's got a bit of love there, I reckon. Sajich just trying to take his ball over the bucket. Knows he can go frame, just make
Yeah.
sure of the pot and get yourself back in and
Get into it.
yeah. So I think we should start to have a few pretty good matchups happening on the loser side as well. So do you know who you play next, Jack?
I'm playing the winner of Clint Kapler and the fella he was playing. I'm not sure of his name.
I guess that's an example of what I'm talking about. We're going to start to have some good matchups
We are,
if
yeah.
yourself and Clint are playing, and we've got Steve Jamison and Matty Harmon on at the moment on the table. I can see we got Alec Evernatis playing Ryan Craig, Gus versus Grant Weekly. So
Yeah,
starting to get
some
a few
good matches.
matchups happening on that loser side as well.
Yeah.
So
It's all going to come to a head pretty soon where there
Yeah.
isn't going to be
absolutely,
no easy stuff, you know.
absolutely. So.
The cream will rise.
So on that loser side, because we don't have much to say about it, we've got Gus playing Grant Weekly. Don't have a score on that one. You'll be playing a bloke named Tristan Massane who knocked off Clint Kapler,
Okay.
86.
Yep.
So maybe a bit of a surprise. Tristan must have played well to knock off Clint. Not too sure. Don't know much about Tristan.
I know he's from West Australia, but I'm not sure. There could just be something between them two. Who knows?
Essentially. So with Matty Harmon and Stevie Jamison. Butterworth and Brett Rogers playing.
And they're playing now, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing now, and
Yep.
you've got the winner of Travis Crawley and Colby Poole playing Terry Shields. 6-5 in that one, the Trav at the moment. You got Jamie Stevens
Oh,
playing.
you're kidding. That was ridiculous, and we didn't even get to call it.
I didn't even see it. I'm
Yeah,
looking
he
at the draw.
snookered. Pretty much his yellow was where the white is now, and he was snookered under the reds and come off the rail and nailed it.
Good one.
Well, that'd have to make you sick.
So, right, so he's left him under the reds there. He hasn't
Can we get a
played that
replay on that one, Dan? I reckon it's worth
How
it.
about
Have a
this?
look at this. Kidding.
Sick.
Makes you sick.
Oh,
right?
doesn't it? Down
Mate,
7-2.
7-2 down. You played the right shot. You're giving yourself every chance at the frame. And then that happens.
Wow. That is sick.
Sometimes it's not your day and you can't change it.
Mate, that's it. That sort of shot, you just think, wow.
So I do believe, even watching from what we've seen of the match, I do believe Tem's better than Nate too.
Definitely.
You know, I think he's.
And like now,
He
though,
might not have played better than that so far today, but he's definitely a better player than Nate too.
But like now, he goes dry, and like,
Yeah.
a couple of things start to
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
And,
With
it's,
that
it's sometimes
bit of tension in the arm.
being out there on that table on the stream can affect players as well.
Yeah.
You can't ignore that.
Scary's gone up 8-6.
Yeah. So Ben Judge still just keeping it with Jake.
Yeah, mate, still plugging away over there.
I think
He's looking at it. I'd be stunning it in and holding for the yellow across table. That's it.
no, that's a shot.
Just like that. If he can now land slightly above the yellow in the centre of the table by playing the one closest to the opposite middle pocket, one that he's looking at, yeah, if he lands above it nicely, he can roll down onto his hardest ball on the rail and just leave a straight cannon to the bottom corner. So both those two last yellows into there and black into the centre pocket.
He's starting to make it look really easy.
Well, it's overcooked it a little bit.
He's still fine. Just
Yeah.
might have to screw across
Screw out.
for this ball now instead of just rolling it in, which he has.
Yeah.
As I said, he's once he gets going, he starts to make it look really easy, and that's what he's starting to do. He's gonna be tough to beat.
Just knock this in with a bit of side and come down underneath that red. Yep.
Look at that.
Black into the centre pocket on the left. So he's going to screw here just off the rail, a bit of side off the rail, or screw straight into the line.
Yeah, nice shot. Nice and controlled.
Just to try and make it interesting. There's always an option.
I'm probably coming off 4 and trying to put it in the same
Yeah.
pocket. Not really, but
I can't see you doing that, mate.
it's 'cause I'm sitting here commentating. So Benny has won 11-4 over Ron Kelly.
That's a good win.
Big result.
That says a lot, I believe, about how Benny's playing, because Ron's always consistent. So
Absolutely, that's a big result.
I think
for Benny.
Benny's a good pick then still for the tournament.
Absolutely, mate. I don't think you're out of a chance picking Benny. It's Robbo 8-5 at the moment. Stevie Wood's still 7-5 with Nicky Howie, so Sajich just absolutely flying now. He's given 10-2, but he's got the luxury of a big lead now.
Yeah, doesn't want to do anything silly with it though.
It's alright. So I'm not sure when the next match is scheduled to kick off. Is there a 3 o'clock slot? Is there 4 o'clock? So the next matches won't get started till
2
4
hours
after these ones. So they'll have some big, it'll be the last.
I assume they'll be running a losers match in the middle there, like the losers round in the middle of that, wouldn't they? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you've only got, I think it's the last 16 on the winner side now, so you only need 8 tables for that. 8 matches for them.
Mick's just made a nice shot too.
Sharp's played a pretty good shot. And
These can be testers because it away from your eye line of sight a
still
little
got
bit.
2, I think, as well. So.
Oh, did he have 2? Never
Yeah.
mind.
Oh, that's a bad error.
It's always
Does
a
he not have
bit.
2 or is
Sometimes
he
always.
walking away? No, he didn't have 2. Sorry,
They're
my
always a
mistake.
bit iffy sometimes.
Yeah, it's going to hurt him. I thought he had 2 for some reason. I
Yeah.
don't know why I thought he had 2.
It's just that blind pocket slightly, you know, because you're queuing, you're looking away from it, away from where you want to be, you know.
Yeah.
It's like driving a car, trying to go straight and looking at a tree to the left.
Yeah. Turning blind corners.
Yeah.
So, Scary's got a bit of a buffer over Sawan now, 9-6.
Yep.
So that match is still pretty tight, but Scary will be trying to get it over and done with.
Yeah, I think so. And he looks like he's stepped it up a little bit too. I've been watching that one through the computer screens. He seems to be knocking them in pretty confidently, so. I think Justin, all he needs to do here is get that red that he's got on the bottom rail, just cut it over towards the pocket that the black ball's going to go into and leave the white ball up in balk area and give him nothing. Doesn't need to snooker him.
Good.
I think he just promote his ball. He takes the line of the black.
it makes it really hard.
He probably would have liked it to be a little bit more in the open than that, so
More
he could
over the bucket.
just so he could get to it from more
Oh, wow.
places. That's a bit stiff, but he's gone for something big.
Oh, look, he's just conceded, I think. Wow.
So that was the shot to play. He's put him under the pump. That's what you want to do at 9-2. Put all the pressure on your opponent. Every chance you get, you don't want to be taking it on yourself.
Tim's obviously just frustrated
Oh,
now.
yeah, absolutely.
He's just over it now. After conceding that frame, he's just had enough of this one. So the tournament's running pretty nicely so far, Jack. I think
It's on time, which is nice.
It's a huge effort from all the organisers again, as always. They're doing heaps, and it's been a pleasure to play in again. Got everything organised and it's got to show up and play, which is nice. Or show up and commentate once we lose, or the other.
I'm not really planning on losing, mate. I'm hoping to. I'm still in, and I'm still confident. I didn't play bad to lose before, so
That's
you know I still feel like I'm in there with just as much a shot as anyone else to go far. So that's what I'm going to try and do.
I mean, me personally, I was always here to try and win the Anzac comp, so I'm just waiting for that.
Mate, after you run at Geelong, you deserve to win the Anzac Cup.
Mate, nah, so you're still in. That's better than not being in, so I'll give you every chance with a chip and a check. It's just come a little bit far there.
Play this off the red to hold position, and
Yeah, you could. I think he has to now at this point.
well, you could come off you could go around the rails, but I don't like this shot because he's moving the black.
I've just called you up on table 6.
Am I up? Okay.
Yeah, so
All
good
right.
luck, mate.
Cheers.
See you on
Should
the
I
other side.
should I take the mic with me and talk you through my game as I'm
Give us some score updates.
up? All right. Catch us later.
See you, mate. Black, bro. Oh. Not because you've been sitting down either. So Thames just hung that one. He would have wanted it in, and I think that could be all she wrote from what I've seen from Sajich. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't finish this one up from here. And you just go through the motions now. Oh, that's a bit of a careless shot, that one. And he's still fine. Just got to roll it in. A couple of options. He might play the one below the black first, which he will. Fall down on the bottom red, and then just a natural angle to float back up for that. All over the centre and black to that, probably to the bottom left corner again, and should be about all she wrote. Played well in this match, Sage, so well done. You used to be too good. So that one's all done. Lucky Tenjin, still got a life left though, so still firing, and the last of the big matches still going. We got Scary and Swan at 9-6, but I think that might do me now. So I'll be signing out. Cheers, Danos and Jack, and I'll talk to you all later.
What are you looking for? Yeah.
Oh, I need to.
Doesn't like that.
They're so smart.
I said behave. It's only race 8, remember?
Yeah, I might have to use your cue because that tip's way too small.
So you want to fucking hope I'm not playing? Well, I just won't play out of boards. It's alright. What, you've hit one ball?
I'll go and practice with it.
Practice with mine if you want to. You want to go have a hit?
Yeah.
Still going?
I want to go get Contro first.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
You want the hot spot? Oh, you still got to get that.
No, I want to go Contro. Thing is, it's not even like no point was a bother about who I'm playing. It was just
Shit. Shit, I know.
well, that break. So no, other than that break, I don't have a pot of a break. Oh no, like one chance at the first or something. Basically, I'm left hangers every time. And then when he has messed up, I've got a tricky finish and then I do all the hard work and mess it in the ball. So it's a rectifier.
Aren't they playing now? Do you have any tips? Tips on
so serious, it was like rave music across the reality. Well, that's what he told me. His phone held a buzz in his pocket. Machine. As they coming down. Yeah. When you normally get it for I'm addicted to them. Decent coffee. And a real one. Oh, yes, coffee. Yeah, clear. Yeah, not keen on having it. That's maybe caffeine. Yeah. And when I that big one I bought yesterday morning, I had one there. Now I've had my day.
Good Nick.
What are you doing? He's just got rolled. You're going to do this to him. What's wrong with
Can you turn up? Can you turn up for your watching?
I know it's easier when you're on 10 off. It's brilliant. We're on the best intermediate here.
Otherwise I would be. Because he said, you want to go? And I said, yeah, why not? Yeah, come up to the book. We're going to be here, leave by 4 just after 4 o'clock. Yeah, how you been, man? Good. Playing in as well? Yeah, exactly. Yes, you are, and as well. Yeah. Good. Where are you playing over nowadays then? Still playing or? ADPL? I couldn't even get into one bloody season. So Pete just come to swim off one shot and build up a decent team. Fucking come on, who's who playing? You know? Just, no interest in one. Yeah. Well, when in Parliament, he had a bit of the same. But I think what's good is when we went to the grand final,
I know, it was. Because she came to my house and
he was there as well.
but all she talked about was going
Behind the garden in the winter.
every angle.
We got the team back in that, but it was like he lost his left hand or something. He said no, he hadn't been, he played a couple more years. Like he wouldn't have going and played out of Cheltenham and snooker.
Like that. Ask Kate, how long
He
is
hasn't
it
played golf
for?
with us.
3 days.
He just totally lost interest. He actually had a hit with we had a couple of
Yeah.
hits in Ballarat.
No, standing over your elbows on that to get the right.
A few years ago up in Ballarat.
No. Well, Peters I took up.
He doesn't want to go back to the military.
Peters I took up. Down.
But yeah, stayed for 4 games got sick. Talking about sending him over to England. Send him over there to jump the amateur tour or whatever it is and see how he goes. See how far he could have went or whatever.
Which I knew that was what Peters
Yeah, I suppose when Dave got sick that was prime priority.
for a small.
Yeah.
It's all kids.
But no, but you're not on bias or anything you're saying.
Pinner.
You would have,
Probably the easiest way to be taken up to
I think
the
he was there and he'd be
needed.
up here somewhere. That's right.
Yeah. But if, yes, just pin it, somebody, all round when you've got 5 minutes, is that challenge or that battle. Pin it well, I know, that's why I said only 5 minutes. And I'm home most days after 2.
Yeah.
Cool. Takes nothing.
He was obviously in the top.
Not for the
I
sun,
don't know, one of the top
we made it.
5 he was always up there for a gap. He had the potential. He was really putting the hours, he was playing kids, he was playing snooker, he was doing everything, and really set his mind to it. Unfortunately, just a few changes of events in life changed it, I suppose. But yeah.
What are you doing?
No,
Peter and I, no, nothing, mate. Peter and I, we nearly missed the point this time last year. Yeah, Peter and I, yeah, there's only 2
we're
of us.
getting down to
Opening up work. And then Christmas time, we looked at the buildings in Chelsea. When I was lucky, we had it pretty well set. The day of the health, coming in, measuring everything, getting the price. At the end of the day, it wasn't how much it was going to cost to set up, because the building was a very old building and they didn't want to spend any money on it either. No one needed using it or anything, so it was going to cost us more than what it was. was going to be just over 300,000. But the other thing was the lease was going to be like a 20-year lease, only one for 15, and I was going to knock the building down. So we're like, if we sell it, it's going to be hard to sell it if we stay here for 3 to 5 years. And then someone else that's only going to be there for 10 years, they're going to knock the building down. And the same thing with the as well. So at the end of the day, it wasn't for us, it wasn't viable. So, and then we've been looking, and then just said, let's just get some jobs or whatever, so piece and stuff, work, become a sales rep or something, get a sales rep job. And I'll I don't work, but I'll go and work for someone who bought after 6 months and I'll complete. So,
And you can play.
And he had all the ball
not very well. So yeah. Yes. Right. I know what about you mean. I've been through we usually have them. Yeah,
400 chickens he had cooked. 4 fucking hundred. What can't find him to do?
Nah.
He's right, they've got 5 to 600 run right through it.
everyone as well. So
The girls come all night.
Sure, it couldn't stand.
that's right. Every time I go to a charter, I place more than a box. I can't choose what time of the day is it. And it must be easy on a Sunday as well. In some areas, you know. I doubt that. Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, some of the places you go to, it's a gold mine. The area is just a great area for a lot of others.
I remember years ago, I went
Really?
just go to show what you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Because we've been looking for pretty good. Half the place I've got $20,000, $30,000 you tell them you're making $8,000. Let's say I'm also making between 7 and 8. So
Yeah, I'm going to try.
build it up and then try and sell it. You're making $6,000 a week. If you want 170, 180,000, 170, 190, how do you justify it? It's not worth what you are. You know, I don't care what you say to your accountant, but at the end of the day, it's not worth. You know, you've obviously got something down between what it's worth. But yeah, it's something a lot of them we just look at the average of maybe it's a bit too hard, but the last one I think is going to be a sort of like proper charcoal, heroes and all that stuff. Now we're just going to work and we're just doing a few other things on the side. We're in the right position, so try and build it up and just work for someone else and don't worry about the pressure. No, turn 40, but yeah, that's right. What now we're saying, why, no, we're not really older, but why work for someone who's older than us? Why work for yourself? So it's hard, man. If you can do it, there's no problem with that. You still need to pay for them, just get some work, just make some money and do some other stuff that we're doing ourselves and, you know, that will cover us and we'll be right with that. Like the mum and dad as well, they're right themselves. The old girl now? What about yourself? Are you working again? When's that? Okay. That's the only bad thing. That's a long flight. Yeah. That's the way. Ah, perfect. That's the way you want it to be. Take a sleep pill or something. Part of life though, isn't it?
Once you're in that box, you put there for going down, oh, bye.
Tiles or anything up
I hope the royal family are okay. And somebody else wrote something about Prince Harry. Oh, at least he'll be playing Diana now.
It's sucking well.
The real like
That's a really can't control things, you just gotta take it as it comes and whatever happens. Well, that's true, they say that as well, isn't it? All right, gentlemen.
There you go. There you go. You didn't play it, with the height.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I've been
You're not good enough to play it? Waste your money.
don't have to make it for the house. Younger, yes.
Only cost you $50 to play it. You got allowed to win, I might.
That's when Peter and I
Push me out.
well, that's when Peter and I started stop playing anymore, any of these sort of things. And Dad, but when that happens, we both had enough. You know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock nights and the weekend, it's just like,
Here I am.
like just 8 o'clock in bed, 12 o'clock, and then wake up in the afternoon. All right, gentlemen, have a good evening.
Maybe you're all you can win.
Table 11, Travis Crawley, George Shields.
Cherry blend. Yeah, they haven't. That's why they put that cherry blend. Why take a large one? We'll make sure of it.
Good, they can have a lunch if you want to do. Not much. Good, they're still up the rails and I was there this side of the fucking town.
Hello, how are you?
Steve, can you...
I've already spoken 2 minutes before that he's bringing it tomorrow to show. So, yeah, and don't worry, there's no money in there.
What are the matches?
Sounds a nice cat.
Can't win.